Here, if you read carefully the translations, the horizontal translations, then now we're going to have fx equal to x minus h squared, because we're going to, it's the parent graph, it's going to be fx equal x squared. Now, when h here is equal 0 here, we obtain the parent function. Or fx equal to x squared, if we substitute the value here. If h is greater than 0, translate the graph h units to the right. If h is less than 0, we translate 8 units to the left. Okay? Sorry, we're going to check this in an example. I'm going to erase. Now, example 2a. We have x equal to x minus 1 squared. Now we're going to do the same. Obtain x here minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0 1 2 and 3. We obtain the x squared and x minus 1 squared. Here is going to be 9 4 1 0 1 4 9. Here we're going to say 9 minus 1 is going to be, sorry, it's minus 3. It is the x. Minus 3 minus 1 is going to be minus 4. The square is going to be 16. Here is minus 2 minus 1 is going to be minus 3. The square is going to be 9. Here is minus 1 is going to be minus 2. Square is going to be 4. Now it's 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Square is going to be 1. Now it's 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. Square is going to be 0. And there is 2 minus 1 is going to be 1. The square is going to be 1. And 3 minus 1 is going to be 2. The square is going to be 4. Now we're going to graph. The parent graph is going to be the same, 3 and 9, minus 3, 9, 2 and 4, and minus 2 and 4, 2. And then it's minus 1 and 1, and 1 and 1, and the vertices was 0. Okay? Remember that this is the parent graph. Now we're going to graph the other. That is going to translate. It's negative. Then it's going to be to the left. Then I'm going to check. It's minus 3, 9, 10. It's going to be minus 3. And 16. Now it's minus 2 and 9. And it's going to be minus 1 and 4. And it's going to be 0 and 1. It's going to be 1 and 0. It's going to be 2 and 4. Then it's going to be 3. Sorry, it's 3, 2, and 1. And 3 and 4. Now we have the graph. If you check, we translate 1 unit to the right, because remember that this is x minus h. Then h is positive, we have 1 unit to the right. Okay? We're going to try the translation now to the left. Here we want to obtain by b. Now the h is going to be x plus 1 squared. Remember that this means that h is less than 0, because this is going to be minus 1. Okay? We obtain here x plus 1 squared. Now, it's minus 3 plus 1 is going to be minus 2 squared. Here is minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1 squared. It's going to be 4. It's going to be 1. It's minus 1 minus 1 is going to be 0 squared. Here is 0 plus 1 is going to be 1 squared. Now it's 2 squared. It's going to be 4. 2 plus 1 is going to be 3 squared. It's going to be 9. And 4 squared is going to be 16. Now the parent graph is going to be the same. Minus 3 is going to be 9. Minus 2 is going to be 4. Minus 1 is going to be 1. And 0 is going to be 0. And the other side is the same. And this is the parent parabola. Now we're going to draw the translation to the left of this. It's going to be in minus 3. It's going to be 4. And minus 2, it's going to be 1. And minus 1 is going to be 0. And 0 is going to be 1. And 1 is going to be 4. And 2 is going to be 9. And 3 is going to be 16. Now we do the graph. And if you check, we translate the vertex of 0, 0 to the vertex of minus 1, comma 0. Okay? Now, then answer your turn or page 631. Okay. The next page, 311. Writing a quadratic function given a graph. Okay, I'm going to erase this. Read carefully page 311. The green square of the graph of the function, it's going to be fx equal x minus h squared plus k. Remember, or if you don't know, the vertex, it's equal, the vertex of the parabola is going to be h k. Then we obtain here the h, and the k is going to take the combination of translation vertically and horizontally the graph. Now, the parent graph is going to be the same. Fx is going to be x squared. This is the parent graph, and this is using the translation vertical and horizontal. Okay? Now, we have this graph. Okay, I need to find the vertex here. I saw the graph and I checked that it's going to be 3 in the x-axis and in 2 in the y-axis. Then the vertex is going to be in 3, 2. This is the vertex of this graphic. If you check the this graphic that is here, they change to this side because I translate it to the right and 2 units to the top. Then, okay, the parent function, if you remember, the vertex original of this is going to be in 0, 0. Okay? Now, then answer the page 632, your turn, and guided practice, and page 633 until problem 10, that is independent practice. We finished the 10 17.1.